Hey, what's up guys, Davis here, and today I'll be doing my full review of the iPhone 10 mid 2023. Right, so if you guys are not subscribed, home subscribe, and if you end up like watching the video, give me a thumbs up. I'll be grateful for that. Right, so in this video I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons. Yeah, I'm going to separate it into pros and cons, and I'll start off with the pros. So basically the things I liked about the phone, my time using it. So for the first pro, I'll say is the price. I think for what you get with this phone at about less than 200 USD. Yeah, I think it's very solid. Yeah, very solid phone here for less than 200 USD, especially. And for the 200 USD I'm talking about is for the 64 GB variant, which is having less storage. But yeah, for the rest of the features that you get that I want to talk about, I think it's still very solid on here. Yeah, and the other thing that I want to talk about among the pros is the camera. I think the camera is still very solid, especially for that price point. Yeah, you know, it's going to give you better video quality than most phones at this price. You know, even the latest phones at this price point, it's going to give you better video quality, and the photos are also still solid, though they're a bit noisy in dark scenarios, like when you're indoors and stuff like that, especially the front facing camera. Yeah, it's a bit noisy, but yeah, generally I'll say that the camera is still very solid at this price point, especially for video. Yeah, and the other thing I want to say is a pro still on this phone is the performance on it. So I've been playing games on it, as you guys can see, and I'm going to be making specific gaming videos for these games that you guys can see. Obviously Temple Run isn't really that intensive a game, but yeah, I've been playing the other two, eFootball and Call of Duty. I've been playing those, and I can say that still very solid when it comes to performance. The A11 Bionic is still very solid. Yeah, holds up really nicely. You can play these games at maximum graphics settings, yeah, without really breaking a sweat with this phone. I think it's still very solid in my experience anyway. Yeah, and the other thing that I still like about this phone is the speakers. The stereo speaker setup on here is still very good. Yeah, the only problem I've noticed with most of them is yeah, that after using them for a long time, obviously I think the breeze gets into the upper earpiece here. The doubles up as your second speaker, and at max volume it can start crackling a little bit, but that's not because of the phone. It's just because of like when you've used it over a period of time, yeah, it starts crackling a little bit, but yeah, it can get cleaned and yeah, to be back as good as new. So yeah, that's about the speakers. Very nice. I think that has held up really nice for this phone is the styling of it. You know, you can, when you hold this phone in your hands, you cannot mistake it for anything less than a flagship phone. You know, the build quality on it is really solid. You know, these solid metal sides, very good. The rails on here, very good, steady. You know, the glass on the back and the front, very nice build quality on here. Yeah, I think there are many phones at this price you're going to get at this price point that are as well built as this phone. Yeah, so that's about the design. And the other thing I really like about this phone is the display. You know, outside of the notch, I think the display on here is still very solid, and obviously it doesn't have the high refresh rate. Yeah, and yeah, it doesn't have the high refresh rates, but yeah, with the Apple animations on here, I think yeah, it's going to be really nice. I haven't really, you know, I use my daily phone is a Samsung that has high refresh rates, but I always switch to this phone, and I don't really notice much of a difference, to be honest. But yeah, I'll say that the display is still very good on this phone. You know, slightly above 1080p, so it's a very sharp display. And yeah, this phone size 5.8 inches. Yeah, very nice display. Obviously it doesn't have the high refresh rates, but yeah, altogether I'll say that the display is really nice, especially for playing games and stuff like that. Yeah, and the other thing I like about the display is that you have 3D touch, which is a very nice thing actually. I didn't think that I'd like it as much as I do, but yeah, and actually it was removed on the newer models of the phone. So for those who still like to experience 3D touch, I think yeah, that's still a pro of this phone. Yeah, the other thing that I like about it is iOS. Obviously, generally the software is not without its issues, but I'll say that generally it's a reliable OS to use. Yeah, and you still get that with this phone, obviously with every iPhone. Yeah, and the other thing that is still very solid on here is Face ID. Face ID is very good on here. Actually, it surprised me. You know, this is like the first iPhone I've used in a while. Yeah, personally, and I'll say that Face ID surprised me on how good it is. And for those who are moving from the lower like iPhones, the iPhone 6, 7, 8, yeah, you really have a nice time using Face ID and stuff. Yeah, so I think that's it for the pros in my time using the device. And now I'm going to be talking about the few cons that I've had with it. And the first one for me is the charging speed. I would say that the battery is too bad, and that's why I didn't make it a pro. I didn't make it the battery a pro intentionally, but neither am I going to call it a con. Yeah, the battery is neither bad nor good. You know, this one has 84% in battery health, but it has been okay. I'll just call it okay. It's not impressive, it's not that bad. Yeah, but what I don't really like about it is the charging speed. For the fact that this phone has about 2700 mAh battery, and it takes the time it takes for it to charge like to 100%. I think that's too much. You know, when you're used to phones that are charging at 65 watts, you know, when you come back to this, it's a bit underwhelming, to be honest. Yeah, especially for a phone that has a very small battery. I think it should be charging a lot faster. Obviously, that's what it was at the time, about 6 years ago. Charging speeds aren't that high, but yeah, that's one con for me. For anyone moving from a phone that charges faster, that's something that you will notice and will bug you. Yeah, I think that I'm not so impressed by on this phone is the RAM management. You know, it has only 3 GB of RAM, and I'll say that it's not really that good. If you open like 3 games, probably one of them will be closed by the time you open it again. Yeah, it's not really good with RAM management on here. The other thing is you're not going to be getting any newer software with this phone. You know, iOS 16 is it for the iPhone X or iPhone 10. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the last like major software update you've gotten on this device. So if you're buying it at this point, and be sure that you're not going to be getting any major software updates. That's another bad thing, and can add up. You can just add a little bit more money onto this and get the excess, which will probably get updates, the newer updates, and the other thing that it lacks is the eSIM support. For those who use the eSIMs, you know, you can still pay a little bit more money and get the excess. So yeah, those are the quick ones. And then obviously the size of the screen for me in particular is not the best for gaming. Yeah, the quality of it is good, okay, but what I don't like about it is the size. You know, it's already a very tiny display, and then most of it is taken up by this notch. So yeah, it's not the best experience when you're playing games like, you know, football games where you need a little bit more space, you know, for the controls and stuff like that. So the screen size is also a downside for me, but I know that people like the compact size of the phone, and to them it's an advantage, but for me, I'll call it a con in that sense. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say about the iPhone 10 in mid-2023. And I think the major con for it is not going to be getting major software updates anymore. I think that's one thing that people can take note of. And I think for the rest of it, I think it's a very, very solid phone, especially for the price point. Would I recommend it to a person? Yes, but be aware that you're not getting the latest updates anymore. So this is your last major software update in iPhone 16, in whatever iOS 16, sorry. Yeah, so that's it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.